What if I told you the fastest way to add weight to your squat was by squatting every single day? You'd probably look at me and go, duh, but you're gonna blow out your knees. But if you look into it, there is a training method that actually does that. It's the Bulgarian squat method. Today, we're gonna break down what it is, if you should do it, and is it reasonable, or is this a training method that should have been left in the 1900s? The Bulgarian method came out of the Bulgarian national weightlifting program in the 1970s under coach Ivan, and I'm not gonna be able to even attempt to say this, but Ivan was brutal and results driven. He cut everything from training that wasn't competition lift. No accessory work, no fluff, just snatch, clean and jerk, and squat. That's all they did. Every day, twice a day, at the highest volume. His athletes became some of the most decorated athletes in history because of this method. 3 things to focus on, and that's all. Here's the actual structure. You're going to squat every single day, and you're going to work up to whatever your daily squat max is. So not your true 1 rep, but whatever you can and feels the heaviest single on that day that's strong and technically sound. Not a grinding rep, not a miss, a technically sound, heavy, sharp single. Once you hit that, you're gonna back off to about 90% and hit 2 to 3 singles at that weight. That's the session. No fancy rep schemes, no percentage-based work. All you do is work up to a heavy single for the day, back off by 10%, hit 2 to 3 more singles, call a day, move on to your next lifts. Some days you might hit a PR, some days you might go super light, but what I love about it is that you don't need to follow these fancy protocols that are 87%, 82%, 4 pounds more than last week, 3 pounds more, 1% more. It is simple, cut and dry. Do your best today, back off a little bit, do a few more reps, get some volume in, call it a day, repeat tomorrow. Here's why this works, and it's the reason that most people skip. Strength has 2 components, muscle size and neuromuscular efficiency. Most programs focus on building muscle, not as much the neuromuscular size. Bulgarian method only focuses on the second one, that neuromuscular efficiency. Your nervous system is gonna recruit a bunch of motor units to move that muscle. The more efficient it is, the more motor units it can use at its efficiency of the existing muscle you already have. Frequency is the fastest way to train this, getting your body to adapting under pressure. Every time you squat, you're sending the same signal to your nervous system. Over hundreds of exposures, it gets better at firing fast, recruiting more, and stabilizing under load. It's the same reason why gymnasts practice as a skill daily. They're not trying to get bitter, they're trying to get them moving to become more automatic. There's also a connective tissue and an adaptation argument. Tendons and ligaments adapt slower than muscle. Low to moderate daily loads, which is what your daily max often ends up being, actually build connective tissue resilience over time if you're not constantly maxing out. Now, who's this actually for? The Bulgarian method is not a beginner program at all. This is for intermediate to advanced lifters who are very comfortable in squatting and getting to those heavy weights frequently. I would say if you've stalled and hit a plateau, your squat hasn't been moving in months, and you're just bored of doing the same percentage and base reps program, and you have the time on your hands and you have the recovery, give it a shot. It also translates very well to CrossFit athletes if your squat is your limiting factor. In heavy cleans, thrusters, or squat-based workouts, running a Bulgarian cycle for 4 to 6 weeks might not be a horrible idea, training your body to move under those patterns and get better at the squatting movement and pattern. So once you go back to those heavier weights, the weights will feel lighter. This isn't a magic program. It's very simple. Frequency builds skill. If you're willing to commit to daily practice of doing this, go ahead and do it. And when I say daily, I mean 5 days a week. Let's not be ridiculous and go 7 days a week. If you want to see how this compares to something like Russian or Smolov squat routine, I'm breaking those down next. So subscribe, don't forget to leave a like and comment and show your friends.